Alright, so welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we got this truck right here. It's fixing to run a single cab version of itself. Now that I'm currently on HP Tuners, I had my Diablo handheld laying around. The original Diablo handheld software just wasn't cutting it. Diablo software is no slouch, don't get me wrong. Like, their bass tunes are fairly decent, and even getting a custom tune by somebody who can tune through Diablo is really not bad at all either. My mods are starting to challenge the capabilities of their software, so I ended up switching over to HP Tuners recently. So now the truck is currently tuned by a really good guy who does a lot of tuning on these Hemis. His name's Matt Brown. He's an awesome dude to deal with. If you haven't dealt with him, if you haven't heard of him, you need to check him out. He's actually really wise and knows a lot. He's down to earth, and he's willing to help you out with anything you need to know or understand about these model trucks. But I know I trust Matt Brown to the fullest. That guy is the plug for these trucks, I'm telling you. At the end of this video, you're gonna see the difference between a Diablo handheld device and a full-on custom tune. I had the nitrous ball in the truck, but the nitrous ball is completely tapped out. I had a leak somewhere, and I believe it's at the bottle fitting itself. I'm full weight at all times. You know, all my consoles, everything are in there. All the compartments for storage are full of stuff. I got the toolbox back there with all kinds of stuff in the toolbox, including the nitrous bottle, but it is 10 pounds lighter of a full nitrous bottle. I have custom catless exhaust with a custom wide pipe, factory manifolds. I still have factory intake. I have clutch fan deleted the truck, drop-in K&N filter, a polished throttle body. I've got the 165-degree thermostat, but my tune is set up to kick the fans on at 185, which works really good. It's actually a little hot right now. It's been doing great. The truck I'll be racing is Josh's truck. Josh is going to be having that Diablo on his truck, and we've got him set up for the performance 93 octane tune. Josh's truck mods is basically none. He's done a cut-in muffler. He got rid of the OE muffler. He put that on. He's done a K&N drop-in intake, and that's really it. Other than the Diablo tune itself. Now the problem is it's not a proper comparison, just being for the fact that my curb weight is quite a bit more. My truck is fully loaded. Josh's is a sport package, and it's not fully loaded. Mine's also a 17. So with that being said, I have the 8-speed transmission, which is quite a bit heavier than the 6-speed in Josh's truck. Josh's is a 2013. So with Josh's truck being a single cab short bed tune, he may actually have a pretty damn good run against this truck just because of the weight alone, and that's what we're wanting to see. Now, we've raced before his truck stock against my truck. Now, on a roll, and I can't remember what speed it was kind of a higher speed. It was like 50-60 roll. That's when the weight starts to make its face. You start to see the difference in the weights of the truck, because he stayed dead even with me having custom tuning and custom shift points and everything like that. The polished throttle body, the pretty much full exhaust other than the factory manifolds. Yeah, he kept up with me. So him being tuned, I think really the only factor it's going to figure in on him being close or not is, can he get off the line good? Because this truck will hook off the line. I know you've seen it in a couple of the previous videos. This thing, I don't know what it is. I'm running Nitto 420S's, 305 50/20s, and on this truck with this weight, I air them down to about 35 pounds in the rear, and this thing is just a hook monster. I have had it spin on some roads, but not very often. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm gonna get my truck warmed up. Josh should already be working on his, and hopefully we have somebody to film for us. We're gonna go out to this road back behind here. It's a privately owned paved road that's actually pretty nice. The only bad part is it's kind of uphill, but it's a private road and we have permission to run on it, so why not? Anyway, stay tuned. We're fixing to load the trucks up. I just heard Josh over there revving his. I'm gonna throw the GoPro on my head. Hopefully I can hand my other camera off to somebody who's willing to stand on the side of the road while we zip past them and get you 2 angles at this race. So anyway, here we go. Let's meet up with Josh real quick and see what's going on. What?
There's a state trooper like on the highway though. He stopped the cars.
Well, that's fine. This is a private road over here we're going to. Why you want to race?
I want to see it because last time we raced, it was
pretty bad.
And now that the tune's on it, I want to see what's the difference. You get me?
Yeah. Let me check out the handheld. You still got it?
Yeah.
So anyway, while we're sitting here getting ready for Marcos to show up to run the other camera, Josh and I wanted to go through here and just make sure that he's getting the most performance he can out of this. I kind of increased his first and second gear shift point. I took off the rev limiter. Well, I didn't take it off. I increased the rev limiter so those two wouldn't interfere. Because if you don't move the rev limiter up with the shift point, then you're going to hit that shift point at the rev limiter, and that always causes issues. So, sweet. Have I ever shown you what my truck sounds like with a cam? Watch, wait. Watch, hang on. Bitch sounds bad, dude. All right, I'm gonna go. 1, 2, 3, go!
In the middle right.
No, stand up to the edge, bro. Because we're gonna be coming through here at like 100. can't record and race, bro.
Yeah, sure. Ready?
1, 2, 3. The road's really narrow. I didn't expect it to be that narrow whenever they were telling us about it, but it is what it is. I mean, where else can you go and run on somebody's property and they let you do it? We might rematch, I don't know. My truck is definitely not liking this hot weather, being that I don't have an accessory fan to keep it cooler now that I've done the fan delete. It really wasn't a problem earlier in the year. It wasn't a problem until actually just last couple of weeks, but it's not what I'm tuned for. I don't like to go outside of my tune parameters. It's just me, me being me. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off at that. I'm gonna keep it nice, simple, and short. You know, you came to see the race. You're here to see the race. You saw the race. Marcos, you dropped the ball, you sorry son of a bitch. I can't believe it. Anyway, Mark, it's not really his fault. The button is kind of funky on the camera, and his first time ever handling my camera, what ended up happening was he double tapped the button, so it recorded a split second of us leaving the line, and that was it. Shame on Marcos for that. It's all his fault. I gave Josh the hit, and that was a lot better race because he was able to get out on me about a truck length or so. And once I left the line, I reeled him back in pretty quick. But by the time I passed him, he was still about maybe a truck, maybe half a truck. I don't know exactly how far because I was paying attention to what's in front of me and staying on my side of that narrow road. So I was making sure he had ample room to do what he needed to do and also give myself room. Honestly, if he could practice on his line game, getting off of the dig with a solid hit, it would be a damn good race. And if we were to do a roll race, we'd probably be neck and neck, which ain't bad. I mean, you got to think about how much my truck weighs. I am custom tuned, but I also weigh quite a bit more than him. Pretty decent outcome. But he did mention that it's not as big a gain as what he was thinking. Now, with him saying that, I will bring this up. I ran that same Diablo handheld on this truck, and with the can tune on this truck being a 2017, you can feel the difference in the truck. He can feel a difference, but he's not happy with it. Him not being happy is kind of a big deal. I figured he would see quite a bit of difference, but he said he's not feeling a major difference. It's subtle. So if you own anything in that year range where there's still the 5-speed transmissions, I wouldn't recommend the Diablo handheld for you. Like what Josh has a 2013. If you had something in that year range, it would be more beneficial to get yourself a custom tune. The can tune just does not do it for him. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like it, by the way, and subscribe. It kind of helps showing me what to make next. So anyway, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and we'll catch you next time, guys.